Hello, hello, everybody. I'm back. I'm back. This is Dr. Barbara Solomon, just with you for uh, round four.
He is God. He is God creator. He's a loving father.
Be impeccable with your word.
You are unique in your own wonderful, beautiful way.
This is the fourth series and workshop that we have been doing based on a book by Don Miguel Ruiz. This is the four agreements. The four agreements. This is the series that we have been discussing. And I am here, I stand before you on behalf of the Women's Center for Personal Development, where our leader and founder is Mrs. Rosemary Hart. We like to recognize her leadership in this organization that blesses so many people, especially women with going through various hardships. She is the angel that blesses women in need, and we just have such an appreciation for her leadership. Our theme for the Women's Center for Personal Development is transcending barriers, transforming lives. Transcending barriers, transforming lives. This is what the Women's Center for Personal Development is all about, nurturing a positive and healthy you. So these series of workshops, we bring them to nurture you. We bring them to ensure that you are healthy. So it is indeed an honor to stand before you and to bring forth the fourth in the series of workshops that we're doing from this book entitled The Four Agreements, A Practical Guide to Personal Freedom. This is where we're getting our information from, and we'd like to acknowledge that as well. So we're in our fourth agreement. But before we get into a discussion about the fourth agreement, let's do a review. The first agreement was be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity, honestly, keeping it real. Say what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. The second agreement that we said that we would make with ourselves, don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality. They say a figment of their imagination, their own dream about you, but they don't know you. So we have to stop taking things personally. And when you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you will not be a victim of needless suffering. Number three. The third agreement from our last workshop was don't make assumptions. Find the courage to raise your hand and ask questions. Ask that question. And to ask questions, we said that it takes courage to ask a question and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid what? Misunderstanding, sadness, and drama. With just this one agreement, not making any assumptions, you can completely transform your life. So now we bring you to our fourth agreement. Agreement number four. And I want you to repeat this after me. Always do your best. Always do your best. This is just one more agreement. It's the one that allows the other three to become deeply engraved habits. And so when we talk about agreements, we are talking about habits. You're forming habits. That's another way we can think about these four agreements, that you're formulating four new life-changing habits. So this one agreement, always do your best, allows the other three to become deeply engraved what? Habits. The fourth agreement is about the action of the other three. Always do your best in any circumstance in your life. Under any circumstance, always do your best. No more, no less. But keep in mind that your best is never going to be the same from one moment to the next. Understand this. Everything is alive and changing all the time. So your best will sometimes be high quality, and at other times it will not be as good. Now, for example, when you wake up refreshed and energized in the morning, your best will be better than it will be when you're tired at night. Your best will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. Your best will depend on whether you are feeling wonderfully happy, upset, angry, or jealous. In your everyday moods, your best can change from one moment to another, from 1 hour to the next, from day to day. Your best will also change over time. As you build the habit of the four new agreements in your life, your best will become better than it used to be. What about that? Regardless of the quality, keep doing your best. No more, no less than your best. If you try too hard to do more than your best, you will spend more energy than needed. And in the end, your best will not be enough. When you go over, when you do over, you deplete your body and go against yourself. And it will take your body longer to accomplish your goal. But if you do less than your best, you subject yourself to frustration, self-judgment, guilt, and regrets. Just do your best in any circumstance in your life. It does not matter if you are sick or tired, if you always do your best. There's no way you can judge yourself. And if you do not judge yourself, there is no way you are going to suffer from guilt, blame, and self-punishment. Doing your best, you are going to live your life intensely. You are going to be productive. You're going to be good to yourself because you will be giving yourself to family. You're going to be giving yourself to your community, to your children, to everything. When you always do your best, you are taking an action. Doing your best is taking action because you love it, not because you're expecting any kind of a reward. If you like what you do, if we always do our best, when we are really enjoying life, when you do your best, you do not give the judge an opportunity to find you guilty or to blame you. And we talk about the judge, we talk about the outsiders that are kind of looking and they are examining you. So we don't worry about the people on the outside and their perceptions of us and how they're judging us. So that's what I mean when I say the judge. When you do your best, I give the judge, those outsiders, the opportunity to find the guilt, the flaw, the blame in you. I did my best. There are no regrets. This is why we always do the best we can. It is not an easy agreement to keep, not an easy one, but this agreement is really going to set you free. When you do your best, you learn to accept yourself. Repeat that after me. I accept myself. I accept myself. But you must be aware and learn from your mistakes, and mistakes are going to be made. Be aware, but learn from the mistakes. Learn from your mistakes means you practice. Look honestly at the results. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, okay, we're not going to go down that road again, but you're going to keep practicing. This increases your awareness, your self-awareness, okay? And just one more layering of encouragement for you. You were born with the right to be happy. Did you know that? You were born with the right to be happy. Now I want you to repeat this. I was born with the right to be happy. Go ahead. I was born with the right to be happy. You were born with the right to love, to enjoy, and to share your love. You are alive. Do not take your life for granted. Enjoy it. Do not resist life passing through you. Just your existence proves the existence of God. Did you know that? Your existence proves the existence of life and energy. Did you know that? The first three agreements will only work if what? You do your best. Don't expect that you will always be able to be impeccable with your word. Your routine habits are too strong and firmly rooted in your mind, but you can do your best. Do not expect that you will never take anything personally. Just do your best. Do not expect that you will never make an assumption, but you can certainly do your best. By doing your best, the habits of misusing your word, taking things personally, and making assumptions will become weakened and less frequent with time. You do not judge yourself, feel guilty, or punish yourself if you keep these three agreements. When you honor these four agreements together, there will be no way you will live in hell. Yeah, no way. You will live in that bad place, in those bad places in your mind and in your life. There's no way. If you are impeccable with your word, if you don't take anything personal, if you don't make assumptions, if you always do your best, then you're going to have what's going to happen? You're going to have a beautiful life. You're going to control your life 100% in control. If you break an agreement, begin again tomorrow, and again the next day, and the next day. It will be difficult at first, but each day will become easier and easier until someday you will discover that you are ruling your life with these four agreements. And you will be surprised. You'll be surprised at the way your life has been transformed. Always do your best to these agreements, and soon it will be it's going to be easy. Today is the beginning of a new day. Today is the beginning of a new day. Today is the beginning of a new day. Do your best. It was certainly a pleasure being with you over these few weeks, talking about the 4 agreements and going into the book as a personal guide for every one of you. We pray that you learn something and that you can apply to your life to make a change for personal improvement. We pray that these agreements were a blessing and will help you think about the first steps toward transcending barriers to change your life. Again, this message was brought to you by the Women's Center for Personal Development, where our leader and founder is Mrs. Rosemary Hart. If you have any feedback that you'd like to give us to this workshop, or you have any further questions or concerns, certainly reach out to the Women's Center for Personal Development. There is a website that we're going to show you, and reach out. And we pray that you were blessed by these 4 agreements. God bless you.